All right, welcome back to Lockdown Sports. England have put this smile on my face because everything I say about this team, buddy, everything I say just happens to come true. Happens to come true, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I
Yeah,
saw I saw a few tweets during this game, and we'll get into the game shortly, John.
yeah,
The worst three games of the tournament have had Britannia involved. They've had
yeah.
England involved, and it's been beautiful to watch as a hater. You know, my boys aren't playing, your boys aren't playing. Actually, some of your boys got the nod today, and I'll get onto them shortly. I'll get onto
Yeah.
them shortly. Don't you worry, don't you worry. But as we do on Lockdown Sports daily live streams, we took a little bit of Snoozefest yesterday. England did the same thing today. Let's get locked in, John. Your thoughts on the game? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah, look, on the topic of Snoozefest, that's what that first half was. And I think I told you at halftime I was disgusted watching that again after having Conor Gallagher start. There wasn't much of a difference. He looked a bit lost out there. The back line looked lost. Carl Walker, John Stones, Mug Wahey, they all looked lost for some reason. They forgot how to take a touch on the ball, how to pass. But the second half was much better, I feel. Especially when Kobe Mainoo came on for Gallagher, the game kind of swung in England's favour. And that first 15, 20 minutes, they dominated. They were threatening a lot, and they were actually opening it up a little bit, not as much. And then we saw Palmer come on for Saka. It opened up even more. And then once Gordon came on as well, England just seemed to be in a free flow. And I've been saying from the beginning, I've been telling you so many times over the last week or so, I want Gordon on that left side. It's going to open up so much for them. And we saw in those last few minutes that there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a big dilemma, picking the big players or picking the right team. And
Yeah.
time and time again, where Gareth Southgate has tried to pick the right team, so often it's included, Conor Gallagher. Before that, you have Calvin Phillips. Before that, you have Jordan Henderson. And
Yeah.
throughout all of this, you have Kyle Walker. And I saw another tweet today, and Twitter's been really keeping me alive the last couple of hours, John, because this was boring. If I didn't know any of the players today, if this was my introduction
Yeah.
to the world game, the beautiful game,
Yeah, I
I'd
agree.
want to cry. I'd want to cry. There was a tweet saying Kyle Walker's in the squad to stop Mbappe, but the problem is that they're playing Slovenia today, John. They're playing
Yeah.
Slovenia today. At what point of today's game were you sitting there and thinking, "Oh, Slovenia are in with a chance here. They've got a great winger. They've got a great winger that's just going to go up and down, kill
Yeah.
Trent in transition." That was
Yeah.
never
Not
a
a minute.
fear at all today.
No, not at all. And I even when he came on as well, I'm surprised that they took Trippier off instead of Kyle Walker because Kyle Walker had a very below average game in my opinion. Trippier was quite all right on the left side today. He had some nice link ups with Foden and Jude throughout the game. But yeah, I mean,
Mm.
depends on the matchup whether you want to go Walker or Trent. And maybe after today, it looks like Southgate is open to that, starting Trent maybe at right back now. But we'll see how it goes depending on their future matchup.
Yeah, you really believe in this man Gareth a bit too much, my friend. You know
No,
he's
I'm just
walking
saying
out with Kyle.
he might play Trent, but you don't know.
Yeah, maybe for like 25 minutes, but we're not going to
Yeah,
see it. We're not going to
very,
see it.
very
And
possible.
and we grew up with the likes of Spain, Germany, all these teams with beautiful midfields that had a bit of class oozing about. Yeah. And
Yeah,
and your boy, your captain, your leader, Chelsea's
look,
Cobham's finest, gets the nod today
yeah,
and stinks it up in the only way he knows how. You dominate the ball and still somehow he can't get on it. And just lost. He just looks so lost.
he looks
Everything
so
that is
lost.
good
Yeah.
about Gallagher. What is good about Gallagher? What would he bringing into a team?
I mean, the one thing that people always say is that he's good at getting forward and he plays hard. He's like a dog. But today, the one thing that he had not going for him was not playing like a dog and not playing hard. And I think a lot of that was due to him looking lost and he just didn't know where to go, where to be, what to do. And I'm so glad that Southgate pulled him off at halftime. Otherwise, he would have got clowned again. And yeah, Kobe coming on did a great job. Positionally he was great. He was more direct, and he got into positions that helped others move the ball forward as well, which was really good for England.
If I knew how to click, this would be where I just go, yep, 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 preach, preach, preach. But you say that, and
Yeah,
I showed you Scholes' Instagram story from yesterday. Everyone's talking
yeah,
about
that was funny.
athletes. Everyone's
Yeah,
talking about athletes. Everyone's talking about dogs. When it's real, the
yeah,
game is just here. The game is right here. And something that you were saying later on in the game, just the willingness to take risk, I don't think has been
oh
there
my
enough.
gosh, dude,
I
that's
don't think
pissed me
has
off
been
so
there.
much. Look,
It's
this
been
England
a
team, I don't
whole
know what they're
lot. Yeah.
doing.
Go, go,
But
go.
they seem terrified to pass the ball into the midfield. Like the whole backline and Declan Rice, they seem terrified to pass it into Jude or into Foden when they are in that midfield for some reason. Like there's gaps there, play it. And we saw the one time they played that pass through from Gordon in the 89th minute, they split them in half and they had a great chance to score. They're just playing so slow at the moment. England, with the firepower they have up top, if they play fast, just one touch go, get it to the winger, get it to Philip or Jude in the middle quickly, so they can move off the turn. They'll actually be so deadly. I don't know why they are playing so terrified at the moment.
Well, I think you look at the other teams. You've got Musiala, who just takes people
Yeah,
on. He doesn't care.
yeah,
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. You've got Nico Williams. He doesn't care. Yamal doesn't care. And then
yeah,
all of a sudden, Foden, maybe you can start bringing it up. He's used to having quality options around him. Bukayo Saka.
and he does though. He does.
I don't think Foden does on the left. In
No,
terms
he
of
has quality options around him.
yeah, like in terms of the front pieces, yes, but
Yeah,
I think I think what you were saying about having that winger in Gordon, sort of spacing the
yeah,
floor, I think
100%.
we can extend that idea to the fullbacks as well. And I'm not saying Foden, Bukayo, Kane. I'm not saying these guys shouldn't be able to do better right now. I'm just saying
Yeah,
Bukayo Saka is part of the most deadly three-man combination game in the league, and it's Odegaard, Ben White, and Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side.
yeah,
Phil Foden
yeah.
has never had a three-man combination that has been ugly in his whole life. Okay, I'm not saying shit was handed down
That's
to
fair.
him, but
Yeah,
shit was handed down to him. Okay,
yeah,
and all of a sudden you're seeing them with Trippier standing off, Trippier not being able to engage.
yeah,
Declan Rice, not really the sort of player Rodri is on the ball. All of a sudden, all these guys drop 10, 20% in what they can do on the ball, and you get mediocre performances. So
yeah.
as much as I say that, it's still on them. It's still on these guys to get it done over the line.
100%. Yeah,
You can't complain. You've got Memphis Depay leading it for Netherlands. You've got guys in other teams that are worse, that are genuinely worse, that can
yeah,
still put out performances over the last 5, 10 years. So it's not a good enough excuse. What did you make?
yeah.
What did you make of Harry Kane today? Because there were a couple messages in the chat, John. I think you're calling for Ollie Watkins by the sounds of it.
Look, Harry Kane, he was very, very in and out of the game. And when he was in the game, it was when he was dropping to about halfway to get his feet on the ball and play a long ball across the field. He had that one great cross
Hmm.
slash long ball to Jude early in the second half. But outside of that, ineffective, completely ineffective. Didn't really have put any threat on the goal at all. And I think I told you he should have been pulled after about 60, 65 and should have gotten Watkins on. Watkins, in the time he has got on the field this tournament, he's actually been very impactful, getting in behind the defense, holding up, linking up well. You've got to give him more of a chance because Harry Kane doesn't seem like he can play the 90 and be effective for the full 90.
So we're talking about dropping the captain. That's what it sounds like.
Not dropping, subbing him off. I'm happy to start Harry Kane. Just get him off the field after about 60, 65 minutes.
You really 60, 65
Yes.
minutes games level?
Yes.
You know they're not going to do that. You
Like,
know they're
it
not going
depends
to
how
do
he's playing. The way he's played all 3 games, 100% you take him off after 60, 65. If he's having a blinder, if he's being a big goal threat, then sure you can keep him on. But the way he's
that.
played in these 3 games so far in the Euros, you got to take him off after
The
60, 60
problem
minutes.
the problem I have with Gareth Southgate again is he was asked in the pre-match press conferences, is this related to Kane's injuries? You know, obviously didn't play the end of the season, the last couple of games. And that was a clear out. And he could have just sat there and be like, yeah, he's still fatigued, he's still recovering. But he said, no, that shouldn't affect anything. And
Yeah. Look, I don't
um,
mind it. Like, he's not giving excuses to injury when it's not very
it
obvious,
was
which I don't
there.
mind as a. Yeah, but look, they've got to figure it out. And I mean, after he said we're still looking for our Calvin Phillips replacement, I still can't believe he said that. But I think you have to start copying next game, and I think this is something you've been saying for a while. Personally, I would love to see Foden play in that role that Kobe played next to Rice, which is what I told you earlier today. I feel like Foden can play exactly how Kobe played in that second half in terms of
Ah,
positional
no,
play,
no,
playing
no,
in the right
no, no, no.
spaces, playing
Hold
it
up,
forward,
hold
being
up,
direct.
hold up.
What's happening now? What's happening now?
No. Because the whole week you were like Bellingham should play there, and I was telling you this whole time Foden would be better. And
Look. I did
there
say
are
Bellingham,
receipts.
yes, but I was open
There
to
are
say playing
receipts.
them as a midfield three as well, Bellingham and Foden together, and
Uh,
I said they could switch and interplay. I wasn't stuck
that
on Bellingham being that deep lying midfielder. Not even deep line, just a bit higher than Rice. But Foden can play there, Bellingham can play there, but they're going to interplay. That's what they did today. Foden spent like 75% of the game in the 10 position, and he was playing left wing apparently. But yeah, I mean, I would love to have Rice in the midfield and have Bellingham there, and then Foden at the 10, and then you have Gordon out wide. You got Saka on the other wing, and I feel like it'll just open up so much for England. And maybe you can go Trent at right back. They are a bit stuck at left back with Trippier. He looks a bit lost. He's like, I have a left foot, but I don't. He's scared to use the left foot for some reason, and it's quite limiting. But you get Gordon on, you saw how much of a difference he made, even with Kyle Walker there. He even has less of a left foot than Trippier.
I'm gonna refrain from getting into my left back solutions, but the one
There
thing
is only one, but he's injured.
Bukayo Saka can play left back if need
Oh,
be,
okay.
if need
Actually,
be,
I mean,
if need be.
if Gareth does that, I would love him. And then we start Cole Palmer on the right wing. Cole Palmer, man.
It's an
Ice
option.
cold, baby, ice cold. He ran the
It's an
show for
option.
England today.
He was nice. He was nice, but
He
even
was, yeah.
even with Trippier playing left back, right?
Yeah,
He can still just get on the ball and put in a cross. And today
yeah. He had
today's
one.
the weakest I saw from Jude in terms of being a box threat
Oh,
and
yeah.
helping Kane.
Not even just a boxer. I thought this was Jude's weakest game. On the ball, he was really bad. Positionally, he was getting in other people's spaces. He wasn't getting on the ball as much in the spaces that he normally did. I'm not sure why that was the case. Philip was in the middle a lot, so that could have contributed to that. But yeah, very below average game from Jude today. He wasn't in it at all. And yeah, I was surprised he didn't get taken off earlier for Gordon. And I feel like if that happened, England could have got a winner. But that's Gareth, man. That's Gareth.
It is what it is. The other games today, 0-0. Serbia and Denmark. Denmark qualifies second. I was hoping they'd go
Yeah.
through first because, fellas, if we have a look at this bracket, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Spain, Germany, Portugal, France, all on the same side of the draw. England, for, I want to say, the fourth tournament in a row, have a
Wait, how are
simple
England
path.
and France from the opposite sides of the bracket?
They have a simple path, John. France finished second.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh my gosh.
France finished second earlier today.
Oh no.
So, yeah, this is, fellas, as simple as it gets. 2018 was nice and simple. We saw how that ended with Croatia in the semi-final. But if there was ever a chance, if there was ever any hope, if football was ever coming home, man, you've got to take on a third place team then the winner of Switzerland, Italy, and then who's the winner of Group E? Where are we looking? Who's in Group E?
It could be Romania. It could be Ukraine. It could be Slovenia. You don't know. That group is
Oh
wide
my,
open.
oh my God!
They're all on
If
three
all you
points. It
have
could
to
be
do,
anyone.
if all you
Oh
have
my
to do
gosh.
is
It's opened up
be
so much.
Italy and Belgium, and a third place team, John, a third place team. Let me see
Honestly, I
what
don't know
these
if
third
Belgium's going
place
to be
teams
there.
are. Have faith in Romelu Lukaku, my friend. Have faith. Have faith. Have some
Wow.
human decency.
Wow.
Have some human decency. But all it's going to take is 3 regulation wins, and I'm going to call them regulation wins because
It's
look at the other
opened up
side of
so
the
much
draw.
for them. They have to make the final. They have to.
They have to. They have to. There's
It's
no
opened up so much.
excuses.
They have to. No, literally
Let,
none.
let's go
Oh
through
my
the other
goodness.
games though that
Wow.
are sort of like locked in, I guess, for those quarterfinals. If we get that
Which one?
Spain-Germany matchup, we'll go through all 4.
Oh,
We'll go through all 4.
okay.
If we get that
Quarterfinals.
Spain-Germany
Sure.
matchup, John,
Yep.
Saturday morning for us. No clubbing, no drinking on Friday night for you, my friend. You're
Oh,
gonna have to
really?
be
I don't know.
locked
It's
in.
almost like I don't live that lifestyle. Almost like I
Mm,
don't live that
mm.
lifestyle.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Spain versus Germany. Who's your money on?
Germany. I would go Germany 3-1 in that game.
Mm.
Yeah, Germany, like both teams have looked convincing, but also not convincing. More so Germany in that last game, but I just feel like Germany have more consistency and quality in the front end than Spain, and I feel like that will come to fruition in
Okay.
that game.
Okay. There's no need for your Alvaro
Alvaro
Morata
Morata,
PTAC to
yeah, I know,
run the
I know,
show for you.
I
Okay.
know.
We are
Look,
watching
but
we are watching Morata put in work. Put in good quality work.
firstly, I was insanely shocked when I saw he was a captain. Secondly, I was insanely shocked by how confident he's like. I've never seen this in my life. And thirdly, I'm shocked at A and B. I still can't believe it. I don't know where this has come from, where this Alvaro Morata has been, where he was for
It's
Chelsea those years ago.
it's
The
been there this
PTSD is
whole
still there and
time,
it's
man.
hurting. It's
It's
hurting.
been there this whole time, John. We're looking
No,
at
it has
Spain's top
not.
goal
It
scorers.
has not been there.
John, my friend, he is 4th all time for Spain's top goal scorers. It is only
Congrats, man.
Torres.
Gold star for you, Alvaro. Gold star.
It's
Gold
only
star.
Torres, Raul, and David Villa ahead of him. Okay, that's it. That's it. No
Yeah,
one
but Spain haven't had a
compares to
striker
this
for so
guy.
many years now, so they've had to play him. So eventually, you're gonna get your goals, your tap ins.
Excuse me. Let me break down the Alvaro Morata experience. All right, 2016, he leads the line, and then a certain Brazilian comes back, turns Spanish. He turns Spanish, John. Diego Costa comes in. He has to fight for that spot back. He can't do it. He has to wait until Diego Costa retires, and then he comes back. He's had a crazy time at Spain, juggling what is he meant to be for this team? Is he meant to be the focal point? Is he meant to be the guy that plays with the team? And I feel like he's doing a great job. And I don't want to talk about it too much because this Spain-Germany matchup might not even happen, knowing the Euros. Portugal
I reckon
versus
it will.
France. Portugal versus
And
France,
also,
John.
just going back to Morata real quick,
Mm.
Rudiger is gonna leave him in a casket crying after that game. That's what's gonna happen. Rudiger is going to put him to bed.
I don't think you
Just
understand. With
the
Spain,
pent-up
it's
rage
not
from all those
about
missed chances, all those games that he lost us, that he could have won. Rudiger's putting him in the ground, and I can't wait for it.
you wait and see until Spain get Germany out of position. When Spain get Germany out of position, it won't be mano or mano. This little WWE matchup you're envisioning in your head, yeah? That's not how it's going down.
Yeah,
Morata's
I
going
mean,
to be
either
free.
no, Rudiger will take him. If not, my boy JT will take him. It's all good. We're chilling out back. We're chilling.
You can't just abbreviate every name. All right, Portugal, France. Talk to me. We don't have much time. Let's try and get through all 4. Portugal, France.
Yeah, sure. This is an interesting one.
Hmm.
The midfield, it's an attacking midfield against a defensive midfield. You've got Portugal with a striker, maybe. We don't know if we can call him a striker. Will he play? Will he not? We got France with a lack of firepower up top. It's Mbappe and friends, Mbappe and the minions. I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know if you've seen any of the highlights for the France game today, but Mbappe was a class above. He made the other players look like they were moving in slow motion. And
You,
who did Portugal have in their backline? They got Cancelo, they got Diaz, Pepe. Oh, Pepe and Mbappe. Oh my goodness. It's going to be an absolute track meet. Mbappe's
Pepe's 41, and he's still one of the best athletes in the game.
Which is absolutely insane. Kudos to him. And who did
Mbappe,
Portugal have a left?
Nuno Mendes.
Oh yes, yeah, Mendes. Yeah, that's right. That matchup
Mbappe,
with Dembele will be interesting.
Mbappe's got. Tom just sent this to me. Mbappe's got more XG than England in the group stage.
No.
And he only played 2 games.
Oh, no. And even in that first game as well, he would have barely got any XG. It was all from today.
The penalty.
Have you seen the highlights yet for the France game?
Yeah. The penalty and the toe poke is what I remember.
Yeah. Even he created so many chances. Yeah, all that XG is from today. But yeah, I mean, I think France will take that game by it's either, I reckon, 2-1 or 2-0, depending on if they decide to concede. What are your thoughts?
Look, I will never bet against France. I look at the Portugal team. I think they are much more lacking of an identity. I think France has an identity. I just don't agree with it. I think
it's Mbappe. That's the identity.
No, but it's about being solid. It's about being solid without the ball for most of the game. And then it's about Theo, Dembele, Mbappe, Griezmann really running the show.
Who?
Griezmann.
Who?
Come on, man. He ghosted for like half a game. Okay.
Hey, the coach is the one who forwarded, not me. Coach is the one who forwarded and decided to drop him.
He ghosted for half a game, but he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be. But I don't know who that guy that started on the left wing was today. I'm not sure how well he played, but yeah, I didn't see how well he played. But I've been saying this from the beginning. Champs, you have to start Olivier Giroud, please. Giroud up top, Mbappe on the left, Griezmann there, Dembele out right, and you have Kante there. It's a guaranteed Euros win. I'm telling you now, it's a guaranteed Euros win. Please do it, please.
You're committing to the system way too much because
I'm committing to not playing Thuram and Dembele together. That's what I'm committing to. It's not about the system. It's about not playing those two together because it's an absolute circus.
So Thuram is on the back of a league-winning season in Syria. He's on the back
Congrats
of that.
To him, man.
And
happy for him.
Has a great season. Has a great 2-man game with Lautaro Martinez. You don't think any of that is possible with a certain guy named Kylian Mbappe?
I mean, he hasn't played well at all. He's looked lost in the games that he's played so far in these Euros. And I feel like Mbappe playing off Giroud, coming off that left where he's more comfortable, will be so much more deadly for France instead of having to have Mbappe playing through the middle.
I just think there's a dual threat option of having both of these guys. And when Mbappe gets double, triple team, no, he doesn't score. He does not score goals.
He doesn't need to because he opens it up so much for Mbappe and Griezmann. And then he will be the crossing ahead of threat when you need it, when they're just packing it in. I'm
telling you, Thuram is better than you think. And I'll wait and see. I'll keep receipts.
He might be an overall good, better player, but just with the system and the way they are playing, Mbappe needs to be on the left. Dembele can be on the right. But they got to have Giroud playing up top. They need that focal target man for Mbappe, Griezmann, Dembele to all play off.
I think between Thuram and Griezmann, you have enough of a focal point because Griezmann is for what an attacking midfielder is. He's one of the better mini target men in terms of holding the ball up. Probably one of the best I've seen. So That's where my money's at. Over the past 3 weeks, John, I've been proven right on every big call in any sport we followed. So I will continue this track record. I will continue this track record.
No.
All right. For the next matchup, we have Austria against the winner of Group E. Who is the potential winner of Group E? Let's go with Belgium. Let's go with Belgium.
Yeah. I mean, it could be Romania because of goal difference or goals scored,
Mm.
but yeah, we'll go with Belgium.
Austria, Belgium, where are we sitting? Because Austria is very well coached, and the other team has Kevin De Bruyne. Whew.
Not even Romelu Lukaku. You're gonna do my boy like that.
He's not your boy. He's my boy. First of all, don't ever say that.
I'll go pull out my jersey right now. He's my boy. I'll go pull
I'll
out
pull out my jersey right now.
No, you copycat. Copycat. Austria, Belgium. That it's almost a certainty to go to extra time. If I'm being honest,
Okay.
Austria will find
I
a way
like
to
it.
score. Belgium will find a way to score one, and then miss 4 chances, clear cut chances, and I'll go to extra time, and then it's anyone's game. Could very well go to pens. That one is an absolute pick of 50-50 in my opinion. As much as I would like to say Belgium, for some reason I can see Austria winning that, going through somehow.
Fellas, if you're tuning in right now, we've talked through the England-Slovenia game. It was an absolute snooze fest. As I said earlier, if that was your introduction to football, I feel really bad for you. If this tournament is anything to go by, you should not watch England games. But we are locked in. We are watching every game. Right now, we're going through the knockout bracket because it's getting spicy. It's getting very spicy. Spain, Germany, Portugal, France, all on one side of the draw. And then on the other side, you've got England with, relatively speaking, the minnows. Austria, Belgium looks to be a matchup for one quarterfinal. And the final matchup of the quarterfinals, 2021, Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford.
Marcus who? Never.
They get scrutinized for the mistakes of one man and one man only, Gareth Southgate. His persistence to play Henderson, Phillips, Declan Rice throughout that tournament
I mean, they're still trying to replace Phillips, so it's tough.
Egregious. But let's run it back. If it's in Dusseldorf, if it's England versus Italy, who have you got? Surely something better.
Yeah, I'm taking England by 2 goals, which is crazy to say because they've only scored 2 in 3 games, but the quality they have and the demons of the final in the last year, I think they'll come through the play. And now they've got Bellingham, he's playing at a world star level, Foden playing at a world star level. They're both big game players, and I think they'll really show out in that game against probably Italy. But if I'm being honest, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Switzerland beats Italy, to be honest. But yeah, for the sake of this hypothetical, we'll go with Italy.
That Italy defense, though, if England plays like this against them, they'll be calm. They will not be
Harry
losing.
Kane will get dominated by the Italy defense, so Watkins will have to play good minutes in that game. Harry Kane will get.
I look at that Italy defense. I think they're calm, and that battle in midfield, John. If this Italy team, because this is the worst Italy team out of the last 4 or 5 years, I feel. If this team dominates 100%. England on the ball, because today was embarrassing, man. Slovenia had a good 7-minute stretch in that first half.
They just decided to sit back for some reason. I don't know why, but even if they do, Italy doesn't have really any proper threat, so I'm not too concerned if I'm being honest. With England, I don't care about the possession. I want them to play fast, get it forward, which they did in the second half, and they looked much better.
You don't rate my boy Zakagni. You don't rate my boy Zakagni. Last minute winner. Sorry, last minute equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with Italy is, regardless of not having individual talent, they're still going to give it a goddamn go. They're still going to shoot. Nico Barella, 100%. Still one of the best mids right now. DeMarco, left wing back, still going to put in effort going forward. They do not have anywhere near the quality of last time. I just realized Chiesa didn't even play. He didn't even start that last game against Croatia. He came off the bench. Same with
Ooh,
Skamaka.
that's very okay. That's
So
interesting. Wow.
I don't know if it's rotation. I don't know if it's fatigue. Maybe tactics. We'll see how it goes. But Chiesa has been pretty underwhelming so far this tournament. All right.
Yeah.
There you have it, fellas. Another day of the Euros. Another day of me and Jono talking through the morning. Jono's going back to bed. Are you? Are you? Are the rumors
Very
true?
possible. Yeah. Very possible.
Very
Very
possible.
possible.
I
I
might
cannot
have a
confirm
lie
nor
down.
deny.
Let's see how
No.
it goes. We'll
Say
be
you're going
back.
to bed as well. Don't say you're going to a lie down. Say you're going back to bed as well.
I'm having a power nap, my friend. I'm having a power nap because
And
we got a
I'm
busy
having a
day
lengthy.
ahead.
You're having a power nap. I'm having a lengthy nap. Same old, same old.
It's all about the mindset. It's all about the
Yeah.
mindset.
Fair
Tomorrow
enough.
we have Georgia versus Portugal. You
And
might
then
not think it's an eventful game, but any game where Cristiano Ronaldo plays and has not scored in the tournament might be one of the funniest games of the tournament. So we'll be
is he going to
locked
play
in.
though? You reckon he'll play? Portugal have the group locked up.
That is also part of the entertainment because if he doesn't start, he will definitely get himself subbed on. He will definitely do that. He will definitely have that veto that says 85th minute, I'm coming on. Let's see what we can
Yeah.
do, fellas. Let's see how it goes. We've also got the Belgium games earlier in the day. Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine, Belgium. Belgium really need to get through because
They
the
have to
World
win
Cup
that
was
game.
embarrassing. The World Cup was
Yeah.
embarrassing. I can't stand that for my boy Romelu anymore because they're painting De Bruyne out to be the savior. They're doing that, but in another world, John, Lukaku plays the exact same games, and we're talking about him as the player of the tournament, the golden goal winner,
Yeah.
with
Very possible.
millimeters, with literal millimeters. If a
Literal
ball was
millimeters.
a few millimeters one way,
Yeah.
left winger, who is it? Not Doku. The other one doesn't handball it. For in the first game. Don't act like you know his name. Don't act like you know his name.
I do.
Don't Lukabakio. Lukabakio.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't.
yeah. And the best part was I could have made up a name then, but I actually said the right one. And then you've got a few millimeters, 3 or 4 offside goals.
Yeah.
This is a cruel world, and people talk
They might
about
have to move him
what
back to
the
camp.
just to make sure he's onside. Fair enough.
Yeah.
People talk about how VAR ruins the entertainment factor, right? For the fans. What about the mental health factor of a striker who's just riding the highs and lows? What about my Muratas? What about my Lukakus? What did they have to say about scoring all of these goals? I want to see that stat, man. Most VAR offside goals. I'm
I mean,
sure.
there is a stat being thrown around.
Mm,
Lukaku
no,
leading
but
that
I
one.
mean all time. I want an
Oh,
all-time VAR goal scorer
I mean, what? That's only
leaderboard.
the last few years sample size, so fair enough.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Anyways, fellas, another day of lockdown live. My alarm is ringing. My throat is sore. My eyes are drowsy. Stay locked in,
Pause.
fellas. Bye for now.
All right. See ya.
See ya. Yeah. All right.